All right, this is an introduction to scatter plots and correlations. So here's a scatter plot. It shows the amounts of fat in grams and the numbers of calories in 12 restaurant sandwiches. How many calories are in the sandwich that contains 12 grams of fat? So you'll want to draw a horizontal line from the point that has an x value of 17 and crosses the y value at 400. Therefore, the answer is it has 400 calories. How many grams of fat are in the sandwich that contains 600 calories? Well, find the 600 calories on the y-axis and draw a vertical line straight down to where it crosses the x-axis, and that is 30. So the sandwich has 30 grams of fat. What tends to happen to the number of calories as the number of fat grams increase? Looking at the graph, the plotted points go up from left to right. So as the number of grams of fat increases, the number of calories also increase. So looking at this graph, how many grams of fat are in the sandwich that contains 740 calories? So find the calories. About 740 would indicate this point right here, and you would go straight down and get possibly, 42 grams of fat, 42, 43. Okay. How many calories are in the sandwich that has 33 grams of fat? So you could follow this up here and follow that around. I would say about 640 calories. So here's some relationships that exist between two data sets. If the points lie close to a line, as x increases, y also increases, it is a positive linear relationship. If the points lie close to a line, and as x increases, y decreases, it is a negative linear relationship. So think about your positive and your negative slope. It's kind of that same pattern. If it is a curved line, then it is a non-linear relationship. And if the points show no pattern whatsoever, there's no relationship or correlation between the points, that you can't find a pattern or any relationship between the x and the y coordinate. So to describe the relationship between the data, identify any outliers, gaps, or clusters. So for graph A, you have television size and price. So the x coordinate is the television size in inches, and then the y coordinate is the price in dollars. So you can see that the points appear to lie close to a line. As x increases, y also increases. This would be a positive linear relationship. There's an outlier, the 70, 2,250. There's a cluster of data under $500 and a gap in the data between the 500 and 1,500. Look at age and number of pets owned for graph B. The points show no pattern. So the scatter plot shows no relationship. There are no obvious outliers, gaps, or clusters in the data. Here's an extra example. Describe the relationship between the data, identify any outliers, gaps, or clusters. So if I were to look at this, I see a negative. They seem to follow a line. As x increases, y decreases. So that would be a negative correlation. There is an outlier at the point 7, 600. There appears to be no gaps or clusters.